So we now give the floor to the Mayor of Rome, Ignazio Marino, who will address this audience and who has understood the importance of this day.
Thank you so much for your kind introduction and the video, which is very educative for me and I guess for most of you. I will say a few words in English and then I will go ahead in Italian. First of all, Mr. Chairman, Excellencies, dear guests, welcome in Campidoglio. This is the house of Romans, and we are very, very pleased to have you here today. We are honored that the Halal International Convention is happening in Italy, and as I said to some of you in other occasions, Rome does have the ambition to become more and more international. Your presence here is very important to me, is very important to Romans, is very important to our society, our culture, is important to exchange and also for our economical growth. So really, from the deep of my heart, thank you so much for being here today. Oggi per noi è una grande occasione per approfondire un reciproco scambio culturale.
Exchange our cultures, but it is also an opportunity to understand the interest of Halal International World toward Italy and Rome. It is a great interest, as it is shown by the presence of many diplomatic representations from 30 countries which are represented here today. That is why it is a pleasure for us to host such meeting. Our administration wants to focus on culture, tourism, incoming and international aspects as a whole. Rome naturally is international, and this is expressed at every level, and we are launching it with precise strategies so that Italy's capital can play that role, which has been its role because of its history and tradition. That is why we focus on culture and tourism. This is a very important sector which we are enhancing with strategic objectives and which is at the forefront of this administration. Rome is the symbol of our national brand. It is the strong point of the whole system of our communication in the world. That is why we are working to strengthen policies linked to culture and tourism. We are doing this with innovative means. I hope that those who live in Rome, because they represent important countries for us, and that are here today in this room, I hope that they will be here on the 21st of April when we will bring life to Fori Imperiali in a very different and unusual way. There are important figures of scientific sector. One that is very well known is Piero Angela. He will be present, and through technology that he has developed thanks to his work, from the night of 21st of April, a part of the Fori Imperiali will be opened by night with technological installations, with holograms and lights, so that it will be possible to live and listen with earphones in 6 different languages, a story of Rome at the time of August, 6,000 years ago. It will be a new way to live this marvelous space also by night. It is crucial to look at promotion in Italy and abroad, but it is even more important to focus, as the video said, to focus on the markets which have new needs, and we must respond in the right way and with the right timing. we want to give that answers. As you know very well, Rome is a unique city. It has an incredible history, but we are aware that it is not enough nowadays, because it is not enough to guarantee regular flows of tourists. The new challenges are more and more urgent. Just the data to show you the race that we have started. The Congress tourism now is very important, and Rome, despite all the beauties that it has not taken advantage of these opportunities. If you think that Rome is not even amongst the first 20 first cities in the world for Congress tourism, the first city is Vienna, and so we must work very much on that, and I'm very aware of that. The new challenges that we must face, and more urgent, as I said, and even more complex, especially at this particular historic and social time. For us, it is crucial to invest in the promotion of Rome's image in the world and ensure the quality of services in our city. But it is fundamental also to support the culture of incoming and support sectors, operators to guarantee a positive trend of this market. Because Italy must focus on tourism market. This is shown by the fact that Promo Roma, the company of Chamber of Commerce in Rome, will be next summer in Dubai for an first exchange with tour operators of Dubai. This visit will happen again during the summer with the same tour operators of the Arab Emirates here in Rome, in order to exchange skills regarding incoming. That is why I am convinced that this convention of today is very important so that Rome can become a point of reference in a halal market. Rome, with its heritage of arts and with its traditions, can represent, especially in our country, an excellent tourism system to attract such tourists, so that with halal certification find in food, hotels, but also in medicines and in products, the safety that everything is compliant with Islamic precepts. And so they can be sure that the consumption will be safe. This will also increase the quality of the incoming in Rome. That is why I think that the extension of halal certification to hotels, shops, and production centers, and to all fields where this can be applied, will be useful in order to increase an incoming that is apt to all the needs of international tourism and culture then. But we must not forget the fundamental importance of another sector, that of exports of local products that are Roman as well, but Italian too, which can attract Muslim consumers from all over the planet. Today, we are going through a very delicate economic moment. So exporting Italian products with halal certification would help very much our companies, which would be stronger on the foreign markets that are very important markets. Malaysia and Indonesia are countries where consumers reach the number of 300 million. So they represent the most important market of the whole of Southeast Asia. 300 million consumers are a very important basin that we must take into account in our exports policies. A Turkish mozzarella with the halal certification can become a product for exports and daily consumption, while the Italian mozzarella does not have the same opportunities because it does not have the halal certification. That is why we must gain such shares of the market to structure a new kind of exports. In order to counter a crisis that does not want to finish, and I say it as a mayor because they represent a community, there is also another aspect that I would like to remind because it touches profoundly the daily life of our citizens. In Rome, every action is aimed at enhancing and increasing the solidarity and respect sentiment towards different cultures. These characteristics are very much felt in our society because it is becoming more and more intercultural. That is why I am grateful. I am convinced then that in order to respect every community's needs, that now form part of the incredible Roman mosaic, we must support the World Halal Food Council. Thank you for this meeting through which we can promote and invest together in integration initiatives for the economic development of our communities by creating that value and that focus that are necessary to move towards an economic and social sustainability in the respect of local needs. Thank you all then. Thank you to the Councillor Fabrizio Panecaldo. And because he has followed such an important subject.
Very, very successful meeting. Thank you so much.
Grazie, Sindaco.